Alright everyone, started working on the Honda. Instead of building the engine first like most people do, helps if you could see me, I think. Like you want to see this face. I don't know if you really want to see this face. It's kind of ugly. Yeah, it's just one of those things. Okay, let me quit the gangster talk. I decided to start on the seats. I don't know why my gut said, build the seats, build the seats, build the seats. So I started on the seats. And, well, I keep hearing Tamiya kits are just wonderful and they just flow together and there's no seams to deal with. Wrong. Look at the gaps on the back of that chair. They're huge. Look at the mold mark around the side of that chair. It's huge. So, you think it's just one chair? It's both chairs. Big old gaps in the seams. So I got some good old seam filling to do. Wanted to share that real quick, but I've got glue to styrene, so I've made a start. And I don't know why I started with the seats. Yeah, I do. I have an idea in mind. I'm going to have to try it and see if it works. That's neither here nor there. Anyhow, folks, I'll be back. Just wanted to let you know, this isn't going to be the easy flow kit that some of you think it is. It's already got gap issues and fit issues, and the backs don't fit in there very well. I had to very carefully place them as I was putting them in. So, they're going to get some seam filler in a little bit. But, once done, the seats are not kind of nice. I built a few car models recently that didn't have nice seats like that. They are kind of nice. Thought about detaching the headrest and putting them on some pins and raising them. I might do it for one, but I'm not going to do it for both. I probably will widen that gap. I could remove that headrest very easily and do that and putting them on some pins. Let's see. Be back in a bit. Will this work? Miss Nellie, what do you think? Think I should put the car body on some big feet and have it walking around?
That would be a good hybrid.
That would be a good hybrid? I don't know. Only problem is I can't use the feet because they're already built. And the contest requires everything to be built from scratch. So the feet are out of the question. Too bad. Anyhow, everyone, just thinking. Did some work on the seats. I don't know if anyone can tell, but I took the headrest off. The headrests are going back on because I've never seen a car with built-in headrests like that. The headrests always go up and down, so I took them off. And I'm about to start seam filling. And here's the headrest. You can't see that because my big old fingers are in the way, sausage fingers. But you can see the headrest there. I'm going to put the headrest back on with some pins so I can move it up and down. Hey, it's what I see in cars, right? My audience over here is laughing at me. I've got an audience of 3 or 4 watching me build today. I also notched out the bottom of the seats because I've never seen seats that were solid under the front. So I notched out the bottom. So now they look like seats should look like in a car. Might put a little handle on the side so you have a handle to move the seats back and forth. Don't know yet. Been thinking about what I can do to this too. But we'll see. I see speakers. Speakers. Right? Those don't look like speakers. They look like little round circles that someone stuck on the top of something. Somehow I think those are going to have to come off there. What do you think, Nellie? Should I pull those speakers off? Because they don't look like speakers to me. They just look like little bumps in the plastic.
You should do them with fabric.
Do them with fabric? I got some brass mesh I was thinking about putting over them.
Yeah.
Okay. We will see. Maybe I'll pull something out of the evil plan department. We'll see. Alright everyone, back in a bit. Hello everyone. I got an alligator tree. Yes, it's an alligator tree, and a lot of the little stemmy things have slidden through further than they should. I really should have planned this a little bit better, I think. before starting this video, because these guys are not cooperating and letting me slide my board down to the bottom. So let's remove the troublesome ones. There we go. What I did, and I'm completely off camera, but this should be the star. What I did is I went out to my garage and got my drill press and drilled some holes. Took some bamboo skewers and clamped some alligator clips onto the bamboo skewers. So now I can paint a part and stick my skewer in a hole and let it dry. So I've got a paint tree. I ever decide to paint a Gundam, I'm ready. But I'm going to use it to paint Mr. Honda. I polished up the scratches on the top of this body. She is going to get primered tonight. So are a whole bunch of the other parts. We're going to do some primer on it. The seats aren't ready yet. I've done one round of seam filling. Miss Nellie found some bad spots, so I got to fix them. The headrest, well, I didn't bother with the seams on the back of the headrest, and you can see it there, and that's a mistake. So the headrests aren't done, so I'm not going to bother to try to prime the seats tonight. I might sand those smooth, I might not. I think not. We'll just let it cure up for a little while. I'm going to be away from the model for a week. Work's going to get in the way for the next week. But anyhow, I just wanted to show you guys my little alligator tree. Time to do some primer painting. Not going to videotape that. You guys have seen enough of me painting for a little while. Back in a little while. Alright everyone, this is a redo of a clip I made for the Honda Part 2 video. It showed my address, and we just can't have that. What you see here is some painting I've done. This is all primer. Well, most of it, not all. Here's the battery and a washer bottle, and you can see I got a teeny bit of primer extra on there, but that won't matter. I mean, a little too much primer near the bottom, but that won't matter. Battery is fairly detailed. All we're missing is battery terminals. I think they're there on the battery, but just no wiring for them. And I got plans for that washer bottle, and that extra primer will actually help me. Just various engine pieces that need to be painted different colors. The dash, I'm going to have to do some work on this dash to get it looking the way I want it to. Yes, this is a Japanese car, and everything's on the wrong side. Here's the mirrors. They're getting gloss black very soon. Here's the exhaust manifold that was painted with all-clad exhaust manifold. That's the color that comes out of that bottle if you paint it white. If you paint it a dark color, you're going to get a very different result. The engine block is painted. I need to do a little bit of detail painting on this because some of these parts are supposed to be black, but for the most part, they're supposed to be the color depicted here. This is an aluminum block engine, and I painted with all-clad aluminum. I'm going to have to do a little bit of paint removal to get the exhaust manifold on there, and I've got to get the carburetor set and paint them up the way I want them painted before I proceed any further on this engine. I didn't remove them from the sprue yet. The other part of that clip that was missing was this wee little beast here. This is the gun that goes to Talos, who I'm busily rusting. He's still sitting idle while I do other things. I wanted to see if I could get pre-shading and do some burnt metal effects. And this was a great experimental piece. And I can tell you the pre-shading does work through alkali paints. You can see it when you look at this piece. There's no seam filling on this, and the seams are quite atrocious. That was not the intent. I was trying to see if I could do burnt metal effects, and I did a good job in some places and really horrible in others, like right there, too much blue. So I just need to go light on the color, and I will get the effect I'm looking for on that. Just real light on the different shades of colors. And that's what you have to do with this too. This is painted with all-clad steel. Speaking of all-clad steel, I'm going to get something and show you guys another bit of all-clad steel. Because this is something that I wondered about. And now we can see it. Mercury 9 herself, all-clad steel. The dark color is all-clad steel. Look at the difference in those tones. You would not think that is the same paint, and it is. That's because this has the Mercury 9 has a black primer underneath it.
This has a white primer. So the underlaying color really makes a difference on the all-clad paints. And again, you can see the pre-shading does come right through that paint if you do it correctly. I had a lot of pre-shading in areas that didn't show through because I got a little too heavy with the paint. I didn't have my lighting adjusted properly while I was doing this. You know, and that's something you're going to have to watch, is getting your lighting straight when you're painting, because you can miss these subtle differences when you're trying to do pre-shading if you got bad lighting. Up next, we're hitting some of the parts with this stuff so I can get some chrome on them. Okay, and some of my all-clad paints are sitting here that I used, just in case you're wondering. Alright, and hopefully, I just realized I had some parts sitting out, and hopefully no one saw those parts. Probably did, and I'll hear some comments about that. Well, anyhow, hope you enjoyed. Alright, we got the video camera out. We are walking through the house, and I see an aquarium. Pretty little fishy swimming everywhere. Apparently I scared them a little bit. They usually don't run like that when I walk up to the aquarium. Let's get a closer look at the fish, shall we? Ooh, duckweed. How was that? Did everyone enjoy that? Oop, okay, we have a thundercat here. And let's look at it. Okay, Thunder didn't want us recording him. Making a video of BB right now. See what BB looks like from here.